Hey guys, Jesse, and I thought I'd show you how to access the RAM and AirPort card on an iBook. When I got this 2 days ago, I was looking to upgrade the RAM and find out a little more about it, because when I get a new computer I usually open it up. So I was looking around and I really didn't find much satisfaction of a good video that showed how to do it. It showed good steps and everything. One video was sped up, so it was hard to understand it. So eventually I had to find out myself. But luckily for me, well, I'm gonna put this video up, so it'll be more. I hope it's gonna be more easier for you guys to, if you have an iBook, to be able to upgrade the RAM and everything. I don't know yet how to access the hard drive. Maybe I'll make a video. I'm not sure if I will. But this is basically RAM upgrade and AirPort install on an iBook. So first, you don't have to flip the computer over. If you're starting to unscrew anything, stop and put the screws back in, because all you have to do is like open the computer as normally, and then here on the keyboard is all you gotta do. There's gonna be a latch here, a little latch here. You gotta put your finger, pull back, and basically lift it. Let's see if I can. Usually it's two hands, but okay, I can sometimes do it with one hand. All right, and then you just pull forward, and you gotta don't pull the whole keyboard out, because there's a little cable attached to it in the back, right here, and it could break. Now, from here you can already access the AirPort card, which is right here. Here's our AirPort card, and Apple generously gave us a few steps right here. Let me go through them. This one is for AirPort cards. This one's for RAM. If you want to put an AirPort card, then it's pretty easy. If you want to do the RAM, there's basically 2 or 3 steps you gotta do. So first, you're gonna have to get rid of, if you want to take out whichever, take out the AirPort or RAM, you have to take out, like, move a latch. Here is gonna be a little metal plate with a little, let me see if I can find it, little plastic. This metal plate should be above it. What you'll do is pull back until one of them comes out, and then pull back on the other side until it comes out of the hole. And it shouldn't damage it. It should stay even. It's bendable. And then this may be just 2 hands for me, but then you'll get this little plastic thing, and usually like a hard drive, you pull it out like so. And now you have to disconnect the this little cable right here. But let me see if I can put the camera so that you can kind of see it. There we go. Okay, here's our AirPort card, and here's a little cable we gotta get rid of. You might not be able to see it, but you have to put it in a position that you can put it in any position, but you have to. It takes a little bit to take it out. You might need to twist it. There we go. You might need to twist your hand a little bit just to get it out, but don't try to be a little crazy about it. So here is our AirPort card. Pretty easy to get. That was pretty easy. Okay, now for the next step, to get to the RAM. The RAM is right under this plate, as told in our instructions. Here, we remove 2 screws and this plate under, and the RAM should be right there. What you'll need is a small little screwdriver. This is from a tech deck, but it's really useful. It has helped me a lot of times, even though all my screwdrivers have failed. This one has helped me. So, let me just set the camera down for a second there. Now, okay. Now, there's a screw here and here. So I've already done this before, so already loosened. You might need to get a screwdriver with a grip, because these are pretty hard to get out, and this is hard to do with one hand while holding a camera. So let me just put the camera down, because now that I showed you where the screws are, you can do it yourself. Let me just get this out. Okay, first screw's out, and I always suggest having a magnetized screwdriver. This is not magnetized yet, but when working into big computers like my iMac, for example, or my Power Mac, usually it's best to have a magnetized screwdriver, just because because I've lost a few screws to my iMac, and so I don't want to mess it up or anything. So I make sure if my screw falls, then I get my screwdriver and take it out. Again, I have to use both hands for this, so just bear with me. Okay, it should be out now. And it's since you really the only screws you have to remove is 2 screws, so it's pretty simple. Just you just have to. My bad. If it's out properly, all that has to happen is just a little lift from that, and then the cable stays where it is right here. And try not to lose your screws. There, it's removed. And now from here you can access the RAM. I'm not going to take it out because it's kind of a challenge sometimes. Of course, some of you may or may not know there's a latch here that you pull back right here. Not this, but this right here. And there's one on the opposite side. You pull those and the RAM should, from being flat, it should stand up straight. Well, not straight. From being flat, it should stand up like this, and then you just slide it out. Perfect. Just try not to mess it up, and then replace it. This is a 256 one, so this is the one that came in. And now, as simply as putting it together, we put it back. Taking it apart, we put it back together. So this is pretty challenging for doing it with one hand, but I guess I'll have to manage. And you have to put it just right because there's a little, because the metal piece, little latchet piece right here goes down here, and there's something, a little metal piece sticking out that you have to put under something. Can't really describe it, so I'm just trying. Bear with me one more time, because even though I've done this a couple of times now, it's still kind of challenging to get it under that little metal thing. But once you do, it's pretty simple from then on. Okay, and then all you gotta do, let me just screw these back in, so then I'll be done with this. Okay, the first screw is in. And if you'll be accessing the RAM or the AirPort often, I wouldn't suggest screwing it in so tightly like it was. But if you aren't going to do it, I still recommend not screwing it in that tightly. I never screw in my screws that tight, but I always screw them in to make sure that they can't come out. But okay. And now that that's in place and the screws are here, here's our metal latch and our cable. I suggest plugging in the cable first in that little hole right here. So just let me plug this in, and let me plug it in first. It's pretty much easier to plug it in than taking it out, but you have to get it centered and then push, and it's a lot easier. And then all you gotta do is, when you got that, you slide it under the metal piece. Make sure that basically the barcode should be facing you, and this is when you're plugging it back in. Let me see if we can get it back in there. Put it, you gotta make sure, okay, there we go. Okay, and then as putting a hard drive in, you get that little plastic thing, and you push in, okay. And that is our AirPort card in. And now, like if we took it out, we get the metal piece, put it on top of the plastic, and we push whichever way we have to get the metal latch to get into the holes. So, okay. And putting it back is simple as well. All you gotta do, but just be careful with this cable thing. Make sure they go in there, and make sure they go in right. And then latch this, pull back, just simply pull back. And congratulations. If you've gotten this far without breaking anything, or losing any screws, or failing to do anything right, then your RAM should be upgraded, or you have a new AirPort card. So enjoy using your iBook, or your iBook being faster, or enjoy having Wi-Fi. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Remember to subscribe, and I'll see you guys in my next video. And like I always say, you'll be seeing more of me, more computers, and more Apple. See you guys later in my next video.